Hey everyone, Connor here. I'm back. Yes, I know I took a pretty short break, but it was important that I took it because damn. I'll get into it shortly and I'll get to the war at the end of this video, but I just want to get into this quickly first. First off, the break, what was I doing during it? I was just trying to find some things in my life because something's been missing for quite a while. For those of you who don't know, I have depression. I'm not self-diagnosing myself. I went to a doctor and found that out. Even though it was kind of in my mind for a while, but yeah, I've been suffering with it for quite a bit of time. But over the past couple days, I've been just trying to go on a bit, well, not exactly a journey. I'm not going to go that deep into it, like, the journey. Like, no. But I've been just trying to figure out how to find happiness because it's really something that I've been struggling with for a long period of my life. I've just never really talked about it with a lot of people. I just didn't because I felt like it was being like a nuisance or something. But I finally talked a bit about it with people, and it's pretty much brought me on this pathway to try and find happiness in my life. And I think I've figured out how to do that for myself. Basically, what I've noticed is that I blame myself for pretty much everything that happens in my life, whether it makes sense or not, like things that involve me, that go wrong. I'm not going to get into the specifics because it's personal stuff, but yeah. I've come to the realization over the past couple days, well, I've come to this realization more so like a couple months ago, but it's been I've been helping myself try and figure out why I'm blaming myself for this kind of stuff, for the kind of stuff that's been happening in my life. And I realized that I just wasn't able to find happiness because I was so stuck in a deep well of depression. I just wasn't able to get out. And it's not exactly easy for me to present that in these videos because it doesn't make sense to do that, and because it's just me drinking water, glug glug glug. But I've had conversations with people, and it's helped me a lot, especially an article that my mom showed me about resilience. It's an article basically about how is happiness able to be taught, or are people just born with it? It's a really cool article. I'll say in the description basically where you can find it if I can find it. It was just on a paper that I found. But anyways, basically it talked a lot about kids that were in like very awful situations, like for like crackhead parents. Like, I'm not in that category, don't worry, but it was in that category, and it helped me realize it is able to be taught. Happiness is able to be, or not taught exactly, but for lack of a better word, taught. Or learned. How about? Yeah, that's a better word. But I figured that happiness is the best way to attract people, and the way I'm trying to find that happiness is to just try and reach out more to people, because I was a bit antisocial for a bit. There were times that, like, a few days ago, like, actually no, the day that I took my break, before that, at school, I was pretty much the cock of the block. I was talking to people I hadn't talked to in like 3 months, and it felt great. I was interacting with people, I was making people laugh, it was great. But then I jumped down this huge spiral of depression that that happens to me, not occasionally, but like quite often. It just brings me down, and like I pretty much will end up like isolating myself in my room for long periods of time, and I can't just get out of that. But with this new quest for myself to find happiness, I've figured out how to help myself become more happy, helping myself to not feel horrible. And it really because happiness isn't something that you get from other people. Well, sometimes it is, but the main source of happiness you can get for yourself is in you. And that's something I've learned over this break that I've taken. I didn't want to focus on just chugging as much water as I could in a day. I wanted to just focus on that one finite goal to try and find some happiness in my life. And I think now I'm actually helping myself do that. I remember in Aldrinkswater's last video that he posted, in the description it says something like, finally finding happiness in a lonely world. I don't know his situation, but I quite related to that. So yeah, I've been really wanting to try and do that for myself, and I think so far I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm doing a lot better than I was. I've been doing a lot better, and I'm a little less fucked up in the head now. Not like mentally deranged or anything like that, just I'm less feeling horrible. Because the depression was pretty crippling, I won't lie. But now that I'm figuring out how to find this happiness for myself, I'm doing a lot better. So I'm coming back to this channel. I'm gonna be drinking more water. The counting will resume shortly. I'm not sure when. This week's gonna be pretty busy for me, but I will get to it as soon as I can. I'd take a guess and say probably Sunday, or something like that. But don't quote me on that. Anywho, now you've now you've listened to me ramble. I'll get to what you guys all came here for. Cheers. Oh, damn.